everybody, my name is Truck Joker with another video, and today we're going to be playing 60 Seconds Review. It's not called 60 Seconds Review. I'm here to give a good example on how to play 60 seconds and how you can survive. Now, I can show you a bunch of other cool stuff, but I'll show that in the next video. So, let's jump right in. Now, there's two modes you can choose. I'll go ahead and show you guys what challenges. There's a bunch you can do, as shown on the list right on the left here, and then there's these arrows at the bottom, and some of them will be locked for some reason, I don't know why just yet, and when you click on this trophy here, you can see an array of trophies that you can earn, but you have to. Now let's get into the game. So, there's 4 main ways you can play. You can do scavenge, survival, apocalypse. So we're just gonna go with the one that's best right now, is the atomic drill. Now you can pause the video at any time to see if there's anything that you need to read. I already know what that says, so if you need to pause the video, remind it a couple of seconds, and go ahead and read that. So I already know that. So a good strategy in this game is, for this particular style, is to try and move some stuff out of your way, but try and get a good general sense of where everything is. And if you've played this game before, this is a really good tutorial video on how the game works. And for some reason there's an achievement for knocking over the toilet. I don't know why. That doesn't really make any sense. Now, the ammo is right here. That's something that's going to be crucial. And we can just move anything out of our way. Hey, if we need to. And these pack of playing cards I'll explain what those are in a minute. And at 1-4, Timmy's highlighted, but I'll explain that in a second too. Done. And in the kitchen, there's a lot of soup and water that you can grab. It's very important that you have a good amount, or you'll perish very quickly. It's always good to know where you are, what you're doing, and for some items that, so say I can push this out of the way, some items cannot be pushed because they're either an item or they're heavier than the player you're playing as can push. Such as the bottle of water, the map, this suitcase, this lady, which I will explain all the names when we get further. Certain items aren't allowed to be moved at all, so I'm going to go ahead and skip this room because there's some stuff in here that we do need to grab. I'll go ahead and move this TV over. No one needs TV. I'm going to go to the couch and just... the couch looks better here anyways. I'm going to move to the LX as instructed, and the next one, I believe, will pop up, I think, in the living room or somewhere else. Yeah, it'll pop up in the living room. And then for the atomic drill, it will ask us to grab Timmy, which is one of the first family members, but it won't automatically tell you what to do. You have to kind of figure out what you want to grab and what you don't want to grab in this game. Like, you can make your own crazy challenges. Another one of my favorite challenges is called the Restriction Challenge. And let me tell you, see how I have Timmy? Where at the bottom of the screen, Timmy costs 2. Can of soup and water usually just cost 1. They don't cost any more than that. Another thing that can get in the way is loose objects, so try and clear those up or just completely disintegrate them. So it wants me to grab the radio over here. Go ahead and grab that. I'm going to come to this room last because it only has 3 items. So I'm going to pop the radio in here, and then it's going to start. That! One Mary Jane. First, atomic drill, the suitcase, and the map. For me, I'm not really going to grab everything, but I'm going to grab what's necessary. Alright. It's always a good idea to try and find a flashlight. That can be very helpful for getting another special character. He's a dog. But, yeah, there's a lot to be learned about 60 seconds, really. There's other tutorial videos out there. But for me, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this, go ahead and just grab the playing cards, push over here, find my kids, just ignore the kitchen. The kitchen cards is new for anyone here. There's a bug spray there, so I gotta grab that. And at the top right, you can see a timer. I got a very small amount of time, so I'm gonna go grab that gas mask right now. Run. I got no time. I don't stop waiting. Just stay behind too long, we'll just die. Like, there's no surviving. So, and this is what normally would happen. You would jump in the bunker as proceeded. And then as soon as these transactions are done for these words, Ted will go ahead and, yep, hop in the bunker. Now, there will be some scenarios that pop up. You can practice this all you want, but, just to figure out how the scenarios are supposed to work, what you're supposed to do. But you can stop the video at any time if you read anything. And it's just that simple. Now, a good strategy is that you don't want to try and give them food and water right away, because you can run out of provisions very fast. And if it looks like you only got one can of soup, Dolores' head can cover up one of them. We have 4 cans, and her head's going to be covering one of them. I did not grab the ammo, but I virtually got everything else, except for the ammo and the harmonica. But those, I'll explain those in another video. Now, I'm not going to read the random notes, but you can go ahead and pause them and read them. For y'all who are new to playing 60 Seconds, it's a game of strategy, but as well as absolutely dumb luck. You have to know how this game really works, or you're gonna die pretty quickly. Now, in this scenario, it's gonna force us to send somebody out without the gas mask, and I'm gonna go ahead and send out Ted, just because. And in this, if they don't come back within a period of time, then they're just never coming back. Like, they could be crazy, they could go crazy outside, and you know. So a good strategy is to never send anybody out if they are sick, crazy, diseased, or deranged. And diseased and deranged is basically just an upgrade, or basically a worse version of being sick or being crazy. Now, Dolores here, right here, if she gets sick, it's not going to be a problem. The problem is we can just heal her with a medkit over here. But, however, if she gets crazy and then delirious, then you have something to worry about. Okay, I am an army man, so I don't know the second thing about blah blah blah. So, it says, picture this scenario. You come across your kid's hamster. Now, it asks if you want to cook it or not. The best scenario is if you cook it, I don't really know what happens, but here. If you choose the X, we'll get a good scenario, but here's what's going to happen if I choose yes. Good choice. Everyone has a bite made of fresh meat. It will not be easy to come by the case ahead. However, in this kind of scenario, the hamster doesn't really pop up in the game. But in that scenario, if it had to come down to pet, then it would have said good job either way. Now, your days counter is at the top. Your most valuable thing out of phase 3 is the radio. If you make the right decisions, as soon as you can be done with this tutorial is by day 11. And Ted comes back injured. Bunch of random notes, soup, water. Now he is injured, and we're going to give him a medkit right away, because if we don't, the tutorial is going to get mad at us. Day 6, you always want to keep track of when you feed them. It's always good to feed them every 5 days, 3 to 5 days, whichever strategy works for you, you can make your own. In this circumstance, these bars here, the only way we can actually access Now, you can't. It won't just ask for a random scenario where you can scavenge right away. There will be a little backpack that will show up asking whether or not you want to scavenge. And it'll show who would be available to scavenge. Now, in the next video, I'll show you how to play the game that is not playing on the atomic drill. So I'm going to send Timmy out with the gas mask, but I'm going to show you guys a very special item that you should grab at the beginning of the game. This suitcase allows you to carry a various amount of items all the way rather than click them on them all at once. Give him the gas mask, and he's going to come back in a couple of games. And usually he has he can just randomly disappear, and there's just no reason he never comes back. Alright, day 8 comes back. They usually don't come back that quickly in these scenarios. They bring back the gas mask. They bring nothing back, it's alright, unless your shelf is literally empty, and it's a problem. So, since it's day 8, we don't have anything to do. Came back a little earlier than the last time I played the atomic drill. Came back on day 9, which was kind of a surprising scenario. Now, this one's very important that you need to pay attention to, because this can give you a very kind of a relay of a scenario where you hear sound, but I'll explain how that works in the next video. Now, it says someone's at the door, or you can hear several knocks. If you listen closely, you can make out the sequence of 3 knocks. You open the door. Now, it has mentioned earlier on that if it's 3 or more, it's a bad sign. If it's knocks of 2, then it's good to go. A bunch of random notes. Since it is day 10, we must feed them. If you forget, these two will look like skeletons. Wait, what? Oh, it's just dehydration. Good. Now, in this circumstance, it says, as we're counting sheep, keeping your imaginary in your head, other series of knocks broke concentration. Someone is really hammering on your door. Probably not taking no for an answer. 2 knocks, 2 knocks. The pattern keeps repeating. You open the door. Now, in that circumstance, you would actually open the door. You also have to pay attention to the relay and how it is played. 2 knocks, 3 knocks. When it says the end right there, usually people will be standing in front of you, or people will be dead, or you will not, or the screen will change and you will no longer be in the bunker. So if you send one person out, like if there's one person, so say for example, Dolores, Mary Jane, and Timmy are gone, Ted's the remaining survivor, and I send him out on a scavenge. The moment he comes back the next day, it will immediately end the game. You must have one of these 2 adults alive throughout the whole thing, or we'll immediately get the end scenario where these 2 must survive on their own. However, you can have both kids, or just one kid, and just one of the remaining adults, and send out the adult to scavenge. It won't instantly end the game. It will only end it if the adult does not come back or is declared dead. As far as everything else here, it'll relay a list of how far you survived, what you did. Usually it doesn't skip in numbers like that, it just goes down the row. So, that concludes our tutorial and explaining of 60 seconds. Now there is this 60 seconds Space Edition. Now I'm not going to go ahead and relay takes too long. So I'm gonna cut you guys short. There will be hidden features in the background, such as pizza, the randomized version. There's a bunch of other stuff that's noticeable. So go ahead and check out 60 Seconds. It's a good game, and it does cost money, but it is really, really good, and it's worth it. Why? So go ahead and check out 60 Seconds. Hey, if we can reach 2.5 million subscribers by the end of 2025, I will reveal my face. See y'all next time. Keep